This week on the Trent Out Loud Podcast. Soulja's problem is that he never understood ownership. He had vision, but he had no business sense. And if he understood ownership and if he understood contracts, he would be as rich as Jay-Z or even maybe richer than Jay-Z. Soulja Boy changed the entire music industry, and Soulja Boy also changed the internet. We have to get out of the clout culture and get into the business culture. That's how I was able to build a $100 million company. Keep your free meal, cut me a check. That's ownership. That's business.
50 in food stamps or dinner with Soulja Boy.
Food stamp.
So this production company went on the road and asked people if they would rather have $250 worth of food stamps or have dinner with Soulja Boy. It's a play on the question, would you rather have $500,000 or have dinner with Jay-Z? And most people would choose have dinner with Jay-Z because he's a billionaire. And of course, he can give you more business advice or ideas or help you, and you'll end up making more than $500,000.
50 in food stamps or dinner with Soulja Boy.
Food stamps.
Food stamps? What the 250 food stamps. 250 in food stamps? I'm going to pick the food stamps only because Soulja Boy's not nobody. I could have dinner by myself. Food stamps.
The food stamps.
Food stamps. I don't give a about that corny. 250 in food stamps. I don't give a about no Soulja Boy. 250 in food stamps.
Give me them food stamps. I can't make some chicken Alfredo.
Soulja Boy is a living legend, but let me tell you his mistake. His mistake is he was more concerned with being the first rapper and clout and all this other stuff, and he never concentrated on ownership. Do you want clout or do you want contracts? Do you want fame or do you want wealth? You want girls or you want equity? That's Soulja Boy's problem. I was able to build a $100 million company because I always knew that ownership and contracts were the way to go. Soulja's problem is that he never understood ownership. What pisses me off a little bit is that we should have a lot more respect for Soulja Boy than we do. Soulja Boy is a living legend. Yeah, we joke around that he was the first rapper to do this and first rapper to do that, but he is a visionary. Soulja Boy changed the entire music industry, the entire landscape of the music industry, and Soulja Boy also changed the internet. He changed the way that we consume music. He changed the way how we digest music. He changed so many aspects of the music industry that it's unbelievable. And if he understood ownership and if he understood contracts, he would be as rich as Jay-Z or even maybe richer than Jay-Z. But his one pitfall is not understanding ownership and contracts. Like, it sounds funny, but let me go over the list of firsts. Soulja Boy was the first one to do something with the Logan brothers, Logan Paul in particular. Imagine if he had some sort of contract and some sort of ownership or a back-end deal with the Paul brothers. Soulja Boy was the first rapper on YouTube. The first rapper on YouTube. Imagine a back-end deal with YouTube. Yo, we're talking instant billionaire. Soulja was the first rapper with an iced out G-Shock. Imagine a contract with G-Shock, some sort of ownership with G-Shock. First rapper to wear a Versace robe. Instead of being the first rapper to wear a Versace robe and just tweet about it or put it on Instagram or put it on YouTube, have some sort of back-end deal with Versace. First rapper on Twitter Spaces. First rapper to own a gaming console. First rapper to have reaction videos. All right, well, that's kind of hard to own that. Now, look, the list goes on and on. There's more. And let's be honest with each other. We all know that Soulja Boy kind of gets in his own way, right? He does a lot of stupid things to kind of discredit himself. But the point I'm trying to make here is that we have to do better in those boardrooms and stop asking for a check and demand ownership, demand back-end deals. That's the only difference between Soulja Boy and Jay-Z. Now, I'm not talking about rap. I'm not talking about flow. I'm not talking about delivery. I'm not talking about style. I'm not talking about rap. I'm talking about business. Like I said, he changed the way the music industry worked and operated, but he had vision, but he had no business sense. And that's what the difference is. And I feel like that's the difference in our culture. And we have to take some sort of ownership onto that. Now, we all know that corporate America is not going to invite us into these rooms and want to do business and back-end deals and ownership deals with, black kids from the hood. They're looking for their, country club boys to do these deals with. But the hood, that is where culture is created. In the hood and the streets, that's where cool comes from. That's where culture, trends, fashion, comes from. And we need to stop asking these companies for checks, and we need to start asking for ownership. So at the same time that I blame corporate America, I also blame us. We get too caught up in the cloud, in the, being the first to do something in this whole Instagram world. And it's not like anything has changed, because I see a bunch of influencers. I see a bunch of you guys right now on Instagram, on TikTok, going to these companies and getting a free pair of shoes for $200, but doing a photo shoot, doing a Reels, doing a TikTok, taking 4 or 5 hours, and then getting online and try to promote it, putting it in your stories, trying to get likes, doing all of this stuff for a free pair of shoes, while these billion-dollar companies are sitting back down and laughing at y'all. While they're making billions of dollars and they're IPOing and their stocks are multiplying, we're sitting down being like, yo, how many likes did my videos get? Yo, can I get a free pair of shoes? Yo, we have to get out of that mind state, man. We have to get out of the clout culture and get into the business culture. I was never interested in clout culture. I was never interested in trying to be first. I was always interested in the money. I was always interested in the business. When I was coming up, when I was starting Exclucity, I didn't go to brands asking for free shoes. I went to brands asking for contracts. I had every single major footwear brand in this country. I had a contract with them. I was never interested in getting a couple of pairs of shoes. I was interested in buying millions of dollars worth of shoes from these companies and building a multi-million-dollar business. That's how I was able to build a $100 million company. Then I did the same thing with clothing brands. Then I did the same thing with accessories. Then I was able to build a retail operation and a retail store. And then I was able to build a national brand. That's ownership. That's business. That's where the money is at. Not a free pair of shoes or going to a restaurant and getting a free meal and putting them on your reels and then, going back and showing them, I got 1,000 views for you. Nah, man, you need to pay me, man. You keep your free meal, cut me a check. That's why people laugh at Soulja Boy now and say they would rather have $250 worth of food stamps. Nah, man, I want to take that dinner with Soulja Boy, because Soulja Boy is a visionary. You want to team up with somebody like him. You need a visionary and a businessman. You need a visionary and, a good lawyer. You need a visionary and a good, strong team to execute your plan. So we should stop laughing at people like Soulja Boy. Like I said, I get it. Soulja Boy clowns himself and does a lot of stupid things, but we all need to put some respect on that man's name. A lot of the things that we do today are because of Soulja Boy. So Soulja Boy, keep your head up. I salute you, my brother. But get your business right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud.